Alright, so, okay, angles and arcs that are formed by chords. Okay, so there's a few different places where chords can intersect. The first place is if they intersect inside the triangle. Okay, in that case, our angle is going to be 1/2 of the two arcs added together. Okay, so if we're talking angle 1, okay, which is this angle, which two arcs are we talking about? The measure of arc AD plus the measure of arc BC. Yep. Okay, so if we're talking angle 2, okay, right here, then we're talking 1/2 the measure of arc AB plus the measure of arc DC. There you go. Alright, so numero uno. They want AED, which is this guy right here, right? Okay, so it's 1/2 of the sum of the intercepted arcs. So what are my intercepted arcs? I heard AD, which is how many degrees? 45 plus 109. So you're going to need your calculators out. You can exercise your fingers. If you don't have your calculator, give me your phone and grab one. Okay, so it's 1/2 of who? 154. Okay, which is 77 degrees. There you go. Alright, so now they want STR, which is this guy right here, right? So 1/2 of 112 plus 186. So 1/2 of 298, which gives us 149 degrees. And then look at your angle. Does my angle look like it's going to be greater than 90 degrees? Yeah, so that's good. So make sure your answers make sense. Okay, check the reasonableness of your answers. That's a good way to check them. Alright, so now we want YWX. So now we want this guy, right? But do I have the information that I need for that guy? No. But I have the information that I need for this guy, right? For those two? Okay, so if I find the red guy, 1/2 of 43 plus 81 gives me 1/2 of 124, which gives me 62. So this guy is 62 and this guy is 62, right? How can I find blue guy? There you go, good. I have a straight angle right here, or what do we call those two angles that make a line? Yeah, look at your pair. Woohoo, we remembered something. Oh yeah, that's a celebration in here, man. Alright, so what do we get for that guy? 180 minus 62 equals 118 degrees. I'm staring at him like zoned out. Alright, so now in number 4, we're looking for an arc, right? So let's set up our equation. The angle is what? 62. So 62 equals, what's my formula? 1/2 of 74 plus, do I know my arc? So that's X or B or whatever you want to call it, yeah. A for arc, I don't know. Okay, so you could distribute this, but what's an easier way to get rid of that 1/2? Multiply both sides by 2. My 1/2 gets rid of it. I have 124 equals 74 plus X. Now what do I have to do? 74 X equals 50 degrees. And number 5, we're going to do it the exact same way. Okay, because we're looking for CDE, we're looking for this guy, right? So what's my angle? 128 equals 1/2 73 plus F. So to get rid of my 1/2, yep, so multiply by 2. What do we have? 2? 56 equals 73 plus X. X equals 100 what? 83 degrees. Does it make sense that this giant arc right here would be bigger than 180 degrees? Yes. All right, so looking at number 6, okay, we're not going to do the whole thing, but let's talk about how we're going to do it. What are we missing? Well, okay, so we want this arc, right? But what piece of information am I missing to be able to find that arc? Yeah, I need this angle. How am I going to be able to find that angle? Linear pair, so 180 minus 79 gives me 101, and then you're going to set it up just like that guy. Alright, so now, that was if they intersect inside the circle. Okay, now, if they're on the circle, now it's the same as an inscribed angle. Does anybody remember how to find an inscribed angle? Measure of angle 1 is 1/2 the measure of arc. What's my intercepted arc? AB, yep, because angle 1 goes with AB right here. Okay, if I'm finding angle 2, it's just 1/2 the measure of arc A, C, B. Because remember, if it's a major arc, okay, we need 3 letters so that we know that it's a major arc. Okay, so in number 7, if we want DEG, how do I go arc to angle? Divided by 2. So 308 divided by 2 gives me 154 degrees. Alright, so now they want DBC. They want this angle right here. We have 2 different ways we can find them. Who wants to give me one? Jeff?
Outer.
Okay, so Jeff's saying let's find this arc right here by taking 360 minus 192 and getting 168. And then once we have 168, what do I have to do with it? Divide it by 2, and I get 84 degrees. Well, what was another way that we could have done that? Did anybody else do it a little bit differently? Perfect. Okay, Another way to do that would be to divide this guy by 2 and get this angle, and then take out minus 180, right? Because you have a linear pair. Okay, so either way works. There's more than one way to do some of these. Okay, there's only one answer, but there's a couple ways to get there. All right, so now we need x, y. That's this little guy right here, right? Oh, yeah, just that arc right there. So again, 2 different ways. Okay, we can either find the big arc or we can find the little angle. How do you want to do it? All right, I'll take it this time. Let's find the little angle, which is 29. Okay, so if that angle is 29, how do I go angle to arc? Multiply by 2, and we get 58 degrees. So far, so good, right? All right. Now, no matter where if they intersect outside the circle, you are taking 1/2 big arc minus little arc. Okay, so for angle A in this one, it's going to be 1/2 of, what's my larger arc? The measure of arc CE minus the measure of arc BD. Okay. In this guy, we're going to have 1/2. Still have 1/2 the measure of arc. What's my bigger one now? Oh, careful. BD minus measure of arc BC. Good. Okay, and my last one, 1/2 the measure of arc BDC. Very good. Minus the measure of arc BC. Very excellent. Okay, always going big minus little. Okay, so in number 10, if we want angle L right here, we're going 1/2 big 140 minus little 66. So 1/2 of 74 gives us 37 degrees. Does that look like a little 37-degree angle? Yeah. Good. Always check the reasonableness of your answer. All right, so let's take a look at 11. We're missing a piece of information, aren't we? Is there a piece of information we can find? How? Good. 360 minus 62 minus 88 gives us what? 210. So now I can figure out my angle by going 1/2 of 210 minus 62, or 1/2 of 148 gives us 74 degrees. So far, so good, right? Not so bad? All right, so now, number 12, I'm missing a piece of information again. I'm going to compare a couple different ones. 47? How did you get 47? Good. The whole thing's 360. So we got to take 360 minus 313. We're going to get 47 right there. And then we can plug it in. 1/2 of 313 minus 47 gives us 1/2 of 266, which gives us 133 degrees. degrees. Is this bigger than a right angle? Does it make sense that it's 133? Yeah. I'd go for that. All right. Missing a piece of information in 13. What you want to do? Why 180? Good. Yeah. This line right here is a, what do we call that guy? It's a semicircle, which makes this line a diameter. Good. Which makes, so that we've got a semicircle here. So we're going 180 minus 67 minus 94. Don't have a whole lot left over. 19. Okay, so 1/2 of 67 minus 19, or 1/2 of 48 gives us 24. Does it make sense that we have a little itty bitty 24-degree angle? Yeah. Alright, so let's look at 14. Okay, because now we are looking for missing marks, right? So now we've got to set up our equation. What's our angle? 40 equals 1/2 of big angle, or big arc, x minus little x. So how am I getting rid of that 1/2? Multiply by 2, multiply by 2, so I have 80 equals x minus 75. So this time, how am I moving that 75? Adding it, x equals 155. Does that make sense that it's a big arc? Yep. Okay. Take a look at. Alright, take a look at 16. Because now we have big arc, right? So now when we set it up, you gotta be a little bit more careful. So my angle is 56 equals 1/2 big minus little x. Alright, so multiplying by 2, I have 112 equals 160 minus x. First step to solving this. You could move the x over to the left. What else could I do? Subtract that 160. Yeah, so we've got one, so we're subtracting 160, I get what? Negative 48 equals negative x. How do I get rid of that negative x? Divide by negative 1, x equals 48. I'm thinking some of us might have stopped and went x equals negative 48. Does it make sense for an arc to be negative? No. So then you can think to yourself, well, that doesn't make any sense. We gotta go somewhere else with that. Okay? Alright, we just have to talk about a couple more. I know I'm talking a lot today. You have to feel a little bit. Alright. So, all of these, you're going to have to set up your equation. Okay? Angle is what? 3x plus 23 equals 1/2. Okay? And what do I do if they intersect on the inside? We add or subtract. We add. Okay? If they intersect inside the circle, we add the arcs. So arcs are 75 plus 55. So 3x plus 23 equals 1/2 of 130. Which if we do that whole thing, it's going to be 65. So then what's the next step? 3x equals 42, x is 14. Okay, not so horrible, right? This guy on number 3, how do I go arc to angle? We divide by 2, right? So if I divide this by 2, I get 70. So my 6x minus 38 equals 70. 6x equals 108. X is 18. So far, so good? Are you sure? All right. Let's just take a look at let's go number 7. Actually, sorry. I want to do one more there. Okay, so let's look at 12. All the way to 12. Okay, VA is 23x minus 14. BD is 9x minus 4. And my angle is 5x plus 11. Okay, so angle, 5x plus 11 equals 1/2. Big arc, 23x minus 14. Now this is where you have to be careful. Minus, little arc's got to go in parentheses. So what's my little arc? 9x minus 4. Okay, so how am I getting rid of that 1/2? We're multiplying by 2. So we got to multiply this whole thing by 2. What do I get when I distribute that? 10x plus 22 equals, now we got to distribute this negative sign through. So 23x minus 14 minus 9x plus 4. That's why you have to be careful. Okay, is this minus sign's got to go to both. Okay, so 10x plus 22 equals 14x minus 10. All right. So we can subtract our 10x. We have 4x equals, add our 10, 32. X is 8. And if I want dA, I have to do what? Plug it in, plug it in. 170.